Today you're going to be completing your still life digital sketch for your charcoal drawing. The first thing that you need to do is set up a still life using at least 5 objects and also utilizing one of the compositional techniques that we learned in class. For this project, I set up a still life using the rotate composition. If you notice, several of my objects are at an angle or a diagonal view or a rotated view to create some more visual interest. Once your picture is taken, the next step is that you're going to go to Canvas. And once you have Canvas open to our class, you're going to go to the Modules tab. And then you're going to scroll down until you get to Unit 2, Charcoal Still Life Drawing, and you're going to open up the Still Life Photo assignment. Once you have that open, you're going to see that I have directions here, and then there's a Still Life Photo template link. You want to click on that link. It's going to open up the template in the online version of PowerPoint. What you will need to do next is download your own copy. So I'm going to go to the File tab, I'm going to go to Save As, and I'm going to download a copy. When I download a copy, it's going to open it on the PowerPoint that is on my computer, on the desktop app. That is the one that I want to edit, not the online version. So I'm going to go ahead. I have it open on my desktop app now. I'm going to click on the Enable Editing. And then you're going to notice that on slide number 1, I have all of the directions. Slide number 2, I'm going to start by typing my name here. And then I'm going to put what compositional technique I used. And I use the rotate. On slide number 3, this is where I'm going to insert the photo that I took for my still life. You can either copy and paste it, or you can go to Insert Picture since I have it saved on my device. And I'm going to insert it this way. The next step is that I need to fill this inside rectangle completely with my design. As you can see, when I stretch across, right? When I stretch it all the way from the top to the bottom, it's not completely filling that rectangle. So what I'm going to have to do is fill it a little bit more till it stretches all the way from side to side. And then I'm going to have to double click on the picture and I'm going to have to crop it just a little bit from the bottom to fill that rectangle, that inside rectangle exactly. Once I've cropped it a little bit, I can adjust it up or down to decide where I want my picture to be. Now that I have it filling that inside rectangle completely, I want to make sure that my picture is in black and white. So if your picture is not in black and white yet, you're going to need to double click on the picture, come up to the Color tab, and then change it to black and white. I also want to adjust the contrast in my picture. I want to make sure that I have a full range of values. Right now my picture is looking a little bit dark. So I'm going to double click on my picture again. I'm going to come to Corrections, and then I'm going to just hover over some of these different contrasts and pick one that I think is good for my picture. I think that I'm going to choose this one because it has some good shading in my white objects. Sometimes the white objects can look very flat or just blank white. So if you have a lot of white objects, you might want to make sure you choose a contrast that shows some of that value. So now that I've got my value figured out, the last thing that I need to do is come to slide number 4. I need to copy and paste my grid. So I'm going to grab my grid from the corner so that making sure that I have a crosshairs. And then I can either click Control C or I can right click and copy. And then I'm going to come back to slide number 3, and then I can Control V or paste my grid over top of my picture. Notice that the grid is larger than the picture. That is how it is supposed to be. We want to leave room for a tape border when I print your picture so that you don't have to crop the image at all when you go to draw it on your picture. So once I'm done with this, I'm going to save. Let's go to Save As. I'm going to come up to the top and I'm going to type my name before the Still Life Photo template. I'm going to save it in my Art2 folder that's on my computer. I'm going to come back to my Canvas assignment and I'm going to click on this Start Assignment. And then this is where I'm going to upload my file. So I'm going to upload, choose my file. I'm going to find my file that is right here. I'm going to upload the PowerPoint, and then I'm going to click Submit Assignment. Once it is submitted, then you're all done. I will go ahead and print your picture for you, and then you'll be ready to start your still life.